I'm gonna paint you. Yes, sirree. This is my favorite game.
Well, it's finally here. I am so ready to graduate.
Oh, hey Corey, you wanna play some Splatoon?
Of course.
Splatoon. Splatoon is a new game released not even a week ago pretty much everywhere. So in honor of it just coming out and to quote unquote jump on the hype train, me and my friend Toasty decided we were going to cash in on the hype and give our 2 cents about the game.
Splatoon is a game I've been dying to play since it was first announced. After getting my feet wet with the global test fire, I knew immediately that it was something I had to have, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it.
The game is really fun, the game is really good, but instead of just simply leaving it at that, let's talk about it some more.
The main focus of the game is 4 vs 4 online matches known as Turf Wars, in which you must attempt to ink the map with your color before time runs out.
The team with the most ink laid down on the map wins the round, but obvious things aside, there's actually much more to the game than just ink and colors. There are 3 different types of weapons and many different types of sub-weapons and specials that you can use as you purchase newer weapons. Also, the sound that the gun makes is really cool. Like popcorn or something, I don't know.
The 3 weapon classes are splatter guns, ink rollers, and charge guns. Each has their own benefits and drawbacks, and each one has different sub-weapons and specials depending on which variation you select. Unfortunately, they're predetermined and you can't select a particular combination, but it's not the end of the world.
A lot of people compare this game to Call of Duty. Why? I have no idea. Is it because they both have guns maybe? Probably, I don't know. Does Call of Duty have paint in it? Have you ever seen— No. It's because Call of Duty ain't as fresh as Splatoon, you heard? I need to shut up.
Yeah, you do. Speaking of shutting up, Splatoon only offers online multiplayer. It doesn't offer the ability to allow 2 people in the same place to go online at the same time, meaning you'll either have to take turns or force other people in the same room to watch you play the game. And that's kind of boring. I have no idea what that has to do with shutting up. But anyway, a few other complaints I have would be the stage rotation. It's a good idea, but it needs to be a little quicker, because after a while, playing on the same stages over and over just gets kind of boring.
My main issue, and probably my only one so far, is that there is no guarantee that you'll be on a team with your friends. Once you connect to a match with a friend, you'd expect to be in a match with them every single time, but is that the case? Nope, it's always random, forcing you against your friends and forcing me to show Toasty how much better I am at this game than he is.
Who wrote this script?
Aside from minor drawbacks, the online mode in Splatoon is exceptional. With very little lag, or at least in my experience, decent matchmaking, and even the ability to play a little mini-game called Squid Jump between matches, which I rock at, Splatoon certainly delivered in the online shooter genre.
There are also a couple of other modes in the game, including a local multiplayer 1 vs 1 battle dojo in which the objective is to pop balloons, and a story mode. The 1 vs 1 mode isn't very good, at least in my opinion.
Our opinion. I don't like it either.
It's not necessarily that it's bad, it's just not very fun. I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it, but the online is just so much better and so much more worth it to play.
As for the story mode, it's pretty great. In the story mode, Captain Cuttlefish, which is this guy, commands you to take down the Octarian Empire, and starts sending you on missions in order to do so. It's actually pretty fun, and each of the missions involve getting to the end of a map to collect a Zapfish, which is apparently Inkopolis' power supply. Think Super Mario-esque levels, at least in terms of how you finish them.
Even though I haven't progressed very far in the story mode, it's still a lot of fun from what I've played. The first boss in particular is very entertaining. The point is to get on its back by turning into a squid and then climbing onto its body after it tries to squash you.
Another thing that the game offers is the amiibo support, but you can't use your amiibos until you complete at least 1 mission in the story mode.
The missions range from using different weapons to completing a level or providing you with a time limit. Once you're done, you'll get a reward of either money or a new article of clothing.
And speaking of clothing, you can make your Inkling look super pimp by visiting one of the many shops throughout Inkopolis. There's a hat shop owned by Annie, a gun shop owned by Sheldon, and a shoe shop owned by Krusty Sean?
And you are of the forgetting Jalonzo. And while we're on the topic of Inkopolis, you can just explore the city and look at graffiti if you want, which is all inspired by Miiverse posts about Splatoon.
And speaking of exploring Inkopolis, just look at how fresh my Inkling is getting with this level of 15 Inkling girl. Yeah, baby, I'll do a turf war with you anytime. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Drawbacks aside, Splatoon did what it was supposed to, and it did it well. It may not necessarily be a totally completed game at the moment, but the online mode was the main intended focus, and even though the game does have its letdowns, there are updates coming, and even without them, the game is still incredibly fun.
For not experimenting with new IPs very often, Nintendo did a fantastic job with this game. If for whatever reason you don't own Splatoon, then you're probably a loser. I'm only kidding.
No, he's not.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Want to stay updated on new videos and other such things? You can do that by following me on Twitter or liking my Facebook page. Good news! Toasty finally has a new video up. You can get there by clicking right here. And if you want to check out my latest video, it's my 1-year anniversary special review on Echo 2. You can do that by clicking right here. Also, stay tuned, because I'll be releasing another video later this week about another thing. Thanks for watching, everybody! Oh, and stay fresh.